what this was like for you, the decision to make it, what you did, some of the activity you did.
Awesome.
Excellent. Zoran, everybody.
Well, my name is Zoran Kalik. I'm from Ontario, from Burlington. Before I say anything, I would like to say the very first, most important thing is I'd like to thank my team, because without my team I wouldn't be here, which is kind of pretty simple. As I can tell all of you girls can agree, without team we wouldn't be here. And if you want me to share what I've done, quickly what made me to become Super Builder, it is something that I made the decision to, instead of being one of those, which I can tell you, many of you are going to relate to that. I hope, I trust, I believe one day, someday, I change that to something which is I am. I think when you make your I am, you can see the creative power of universe, how everything goes with you. And then you can attach that I am to anything which will take you to whatever you want. So I made that call. I said to myself, I'll be saying I am from now on, and here I am.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Friend, and I'm from Viking, Alberta. So same thing, a big thanks to my team, because if it wasn't for all of them, none of us would be standing here, that's for sure. I would say our biggest thing is confidence. Right from the very beginning, we decided that we were going to go for something, and I put it out there. I put it out there to my upline. I put it out there to my team. I went and bought my dress before I was a super builder, just to have some accountability that we were going to do it, and the belief in the product. When I talk to people, or when we go and do parties like we do lots of wine and wellness parties, I just talk to them with full belief of the product. It comes down to nothing else other than this is just so good for you. I would use another word, but I don't think I can up here. But it's just really, really good for you, and that's your choice of whether you want to make this part of who you are or not, and your worth to put that into yourself. So that's how we did it. We just kept passing that on, and that's why we're standing here today. So thank you.
My name's Carson Reid, and I'm from a very small town called Craven, Saskatchewan. Yes! And Super Builder has meant the absolute world to me, so thank you guys so much for creating that. It's meant that I've got 5 team members now that are building a stable income for themselves, and that is so, so cool. And how we got there is where, like you guys have said, we never doubted that we wouldn't get there. It was always in the back of our minds that this is what we're doing and it's happening. And then also not being scared of having those tough conversations. So I don't know about you guys, but it's so easy to, well, easy, but getting halfway to VF and being like, oh, I've talked to every single person in the world, everyone's saying no to me. And you really need to take a step back and realize that there's a ton of other people out there, and go back to why you started and really hone in on that, because that's what's going to get you to Super Builder, QNMD, NMD, all those new ones that just came up. And that's what made it for us.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Gish, and so I think the big thing is I've been in the industry as a holistic nutritionist for 14 years, and I've seen a lot of stuff, and I really like to keep it super simple. And one of the things that was said earlier is people want to be part of something bigger. They want to feel like they're part of a community. People are feeling so alone everywhere. And so I really focused on that, to be part of something bigger. And also, it's just people need whole food nutrition. They do. They need something that they know that their body's going to absorb, and it's going to make them feel better right away. And with a lot of the people that I introduced it to, and then they started noticing difference, and then they wanted to share with everyone else. And the big one is Alana and her team were great. And she just went and said, I just said, I want to go like stink. And she goes, okay. And so she just told me what to do. Actually, I don't know all the acronyms at all. This is way too new, but it was just like, okay, what do I do next? And she's like, okay, do this. And I said, okay, and I told everyone else to do the same thing. And I think that's it. You just repeat it, right? And they believed in me, and yeah, you come up in stumbling blocks, like you were saying, and people saying no or that kind of stuff. But I think it's believing in it enough yourself, and believing in the bigger cause, and believing in a bigger team, and making a difference in the world. And if you show that and the passion, that everyone else is going to believe in it too. So thank you, and thank you for sharing this with me.
So my name is Chelsea Christensen, and I'm also from a really small town called Bethune, Saskatchewan. So I started this business 5 months ago, and back in May, when Carson, my upline, was up here with me, told me about the product and the business, I just said, okay, I trust you, sure, we'll do this. And I hosted my first wine and wellness night before my product had even come in the mail, so that's how much I trusted her. And after that night, I had like 13 people at my wine and wellness night, and I hit VF right after that event. And it was at this time when Carson had just hit Super Builder, and I was like, I want to do that, but that seems like way far-fetched for just starting in the business. And I took that goal and I kind of just broke it down, and I decided like one VF at a time I could get there instead of just thinking of Super Builder. So what I had done is I recruited. I worked really hard, not as much in promoting the product, but just finding girls who wanted to promote the product with me, who were super keen and wanting to work the business. And me and my girls did a lot of wine and wellness nights, and with 12 to 15 people in hopes to get 8 orders, they're at VF. So if you break it down and just have small goals, things happen. And I am now on stage with my upline Carson, and it's great.
I'm Sarah Glesko. I'm from St. Albert, Alberta. And I've been doing this business for about 5 years. And I hit QNMD 2 years ago. And since having kids, I really noticed that my numbers, my growth wasn't what it was before. That speed that I had hit off with kind of was at a plateau. And my goal wasn't actually Super Builder for this conference, it was NMD, of course. But in missing NMD and going for it, I became Super Builder because that is what, it takes the same thing, right? It's the same, so it's coming. But the biggest change for me in my mindset was remembering what we're doing, like getting it back to basics. I looked at my numbers of conversations I was having and people I was talking to, specifically new people, and that's when the light bulb went off and we had that regional with Brian Marsh, wherever you are. I have to say thank you. Because that was the moment I was like, I have to talk to more people if I want to help more people. So that was number one. And then that just allowed me to get out into the world and do things that I already wanted to do, that I would meet people and help people as a bonus. So that's really what got me the momentum pushed for this, and just creating events that are designed towards the people who you're talking to, because you're going to meet people, and I just love doing events because it's such a non-threatening way to invite them to take a look at the information that I know is going to help them, but you need them to see it for themselves. So having events specifically for those people who you have in mind, and then once you have a new teammate, really having that solid startup, because for you to be able to portray to them that they can do this and that this is going to be worth it to help them with whatever their need is, you have to first believe that. So you have to get your level of certainty up for the product and the business, and for yourself that you as a mentor can do it. You can be the one to help 5 VFs fast track to VF because you can do it. And so building that belief is really big, and especially since as we're fast tracking VFs, there's always that point where someone wants to quit. So you have to be there to help them see past that roadblock and really be able to be there through calls or whatever support it is they need.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan Pennington, and I'm from Lacombe, Alberta. And I had a lot of great things to say, but a lot of these people said it already. So I actually have an opportunity to do a training tomorrow. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about how I got Super Builder and the momentum that I've been able to create, but just know that I'm really looking forward to sharing some of my tips and tricks with you. And yeah, this was a good warm-up, so I'm not as nervous for tomorrow. So thank you.